Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does video. So today's video, I'm going to be covering off the pros and cons of being a reactor. And I don't know, this is very much from my personal opinion. So obviously there are other reactors out there, vocal coaches, etc., that do this and do it very well for a living. And everyone does it in a different style, different way, and so they get different results. So I can only give you my pros and my cons for why I do what I do. I've been doing it for 3 years, with some success, and then obviously quite a lot of unsuccessful videos as well. So I wanted to go through the different elements of what makes you get up in the morning and decide to do videos. So you would ask, why have you been doing it for 3 years? Why have you put out a video pretty much every day for 3 years? That's a lot of videos, and in some cases I put more than one video out a day. So I've been doing this since 2019-ish, some point around then. And the reason you want to do it is I wanted to showcase bands that were not getting any love on the reaction, with the idea to help promote them. So I being a musician myself, knew lots of bands that were not getting much love. It was always the big bands that were always on the reaction channels, and I thought, well, I'll do a reaction channel that focuses on the small bands. But the problem with that is still people don't watch it, so you have to do some big bands to try to get viewers on your channel, with the idea that you hope to promote. And that's very much what we do with the ADK channel and the other channel I do. So the pros for me is it's great when you do a video out there and you connect with the audience, you get some great comments back, and it's a song that you've really enjoyed, and especially when you find a new band that you've never seen before. And I've found many over the years. The Warning is a great example of that. Motion Device is another one. Grey is another one. So I've got to thank Mike, one of my Patreons, for the channel, as you've put me onto all of those bands. So big thank you to you, because we seem to have connected quite well on our musical taste. So that's quite cool. But I mean, and also you see the other pro for me is you go on a musical journey. So I remember starting this in 2019. We did the top 10 challenge list and had got loads of bands suggested, and I remember one of the bands was In Flames. We did some stuff off of what was the song, Jesters something, I think it was, or something like that, and I couldn't stand it. I did a load of In Flames, wasn't a big In Flames fan. Weirdly now I still do In Flames now, and I actually really like In Flames, so my musical tastes have changed due to the exposure of the bands that I've seen, so I really enjoy that. The question you have to ask yourself as a reactor is, do you be 100% honest and say exactly how you feel? And you've got to remember, you see, if before you do a reaction, you do a lot of deep diving into the band, explore back catalogues, read up about the band, get exposure to what sort of style they are, etc. You go in there way too prepared. It's not a real honest reaction. It's a review. And that's a big difference. I always point this out to people, because if you've done a lot of research into stuff about songs and stuff, you're not given a genuine reaction. A genuine reaction should be unprepared, your first thoughts, your first feelings. And if you don't like something, you should say you don't like it and try and give you a reason why, as best you can. I mean, it's bad. You never want to say on a reaction video that you're like, nah, that was just rubbish, that's shit, don't like it, with no explanation, because you are always going to annoy people. And you will say things, we all do, because if you're saying it off the cuff, unedited, you don't go back and rechange what you word. If you just say exactly how you feel in that moment, you do make some slip-ups. We've done it on the ADK channel, I've done it on this channel many times. I've said something that gets taken out of context, and that's probably where a con comes in, because people will jump on that in your comment section. So and that's a hard thing when you get destroyed in a comment section for either a slip up in wording or something taken out of context. It is harsh. You do get accused of doing videos just for views, which is, if that was the case, I wouldn't be doing 3/4 of the videos on this channel if I was doing it just for views. Some people say that you say things rubbish because you're just trying to be sensationalism and get lots of views and clicks. Never the case. I don't know if there are channels that do that, but I'm sure there might be that do it for sensationalisms. Now, a lot of channels will do the pausing and talking throughout. I've tried a few of these techniques and I've listened to feedback. So a lot of people put in comments, really wish you wouldn't talk so much over the video. So I stopped doing that. I stopped pausing because people said you ruined the flow of the song. So, and I used to even make notes during the videos, and people say you're not paying attention. It is a bad habit that Andy has at the moment, but that's unfortunately, he needs to do that to make sure he makes notes about what he's hearing, what he's seeing, so he has something to talk about at the end. So that's just unfortunately it does happen that way. So I try to listen to the audience and try and adjust my tone. So I tend to just sit there for 3-4 minutes, listen to the track, and give my honest opinion about how I felt about it. And I think music is very much about a feeling. Kirk on the ADK channel can literally break it down into song breakdowns like a vocal coach would. He goes down into that technical elements, and that's because that's what he does. He's a lead editor on a Screen Blast Repeat website which talks about music 7 days a week, so that's what he does. I just kind of get this feeling of, did I feel a connection, an emotional connection? And that's what 90% or 99% of people that listen to music are going to feel. And unfortunately, that's where the con comes in, because you don't make any money. You don't, and it's true, reactors don't make money. Vocal coaches and stuff like that, reactors generally won't make any money. You are very much reliant on Patreons, sponsorship if you can get sponsorship for your channel, super chats where people donate to the channel. So you are reliant very much on donations, and that's all you can do. And I think you could be very successful as a reactor if you play the game very well, i.e. you do the sensationalism. You're not going to get, I think, honest, genuine fans of bands will pick that up straight away on reactors. If you are a reactor who is playing the game, they know that, but you will still get enough people that will click on it and like your reactions that you will actually do quite financially, quite successfully out of it. For someone like me, who I do these videos and I know that people aren't going to like the reaction, even though I've done it, but I feel that I should still put it out because it is a genuinely honest reaction, because I didn't really like the song that was suggested. I didn't find anything to get into. I felt the riffs were quite bland or anything like that, and I have to say it. I do try to break down the lyrics and trying to share that kind of concept and trying to understand what the song's about. But for me, this is always the negative. So you almost get penalised for being an honest reactor. If you don't say that you like something on a reaction video, you get ripped apart by the people. We did one on band made recently on the ADK channel and got ripped apart. I got absolutely destroyed on it because I mixed up Misa and Miku. See, even now, Misa and Miku's names. I was just kind of spitballing because I was thinking about what I was trying to say, and I mixed the names up. And because of that, and I made an off-the-cuff comment in that particular video where I said she might as well have not even been there in the context of the music video, because she wasn't showcasing. All the cameras kept showcasing. Every time they cut to a new angle, it was when a member of the band was showcasing a particular passage or a bass line or something, and then so she only got shot maybe 4 or 5 main kind of cutaways to her in passing. You hardly ever saw her in it. So that's what that kind of comment was, but people took it that I meant that she shouldn't even be in the band, which I don't understand how people could think that, knowing what I've reacted to on this channel as well. So yeah, that's my pros and cons. So pros, great when you connect. Cons, no financial reward. You make no money on YouTube. I've got 120,000 subscribers and I make no money. Literally. I think I make about 200 quid a year off the channel. Yeah, that's it for putting out a video every day. 200 quid a year, and that's only off of some shared revenue on some collaboration videos. Every reaction is not monetized. It's all copyright claims. It is a benefit though to the artist, because obviously when you watch reaction videos, the benefit of that is that the artists are getting the money. That is a benefit for doing it, and it's worth going around and watching these reaction videos just so that you're supporting the artist in another way. It's quite funny if you actually look at the amount of reaction videos you get on certain bands. They actually make more money off that than they do from their actual official YouTube video for that song, because there's so many reactions to it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm kind of feeling it. It's why sometimes throughout the year I kind of go a bit quiet on the channel. I don't put as much content out. Is because I've had a bad run of just negative comments. I'm not feeling motivated. I'm not feeling like I should put content out, because it's not fun. Why would you do something like this if it's not enjoyable? You're not getting paid, so you're using up all your free time editing and filming videos for the sake of putting content out on a channel, and you're getting crap for it and no money. Why would you do that? It's insane. But every so often I get through that, I pick it up, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing the ADK channel now, because I get to banter with Andy and Kirk. We have a very weird chemistry in the sense that there's very few bands that we all like together. I think we've had one recently, which is Samael, which they were very surprised was one of my favourite bands, being a satanic metal band, but I really enjoy them. Which is funny because the other two really enjoyed them. But apart from that, I don't think there's been one other band that we all kind of agree on as far as our personal tastes. And we will literally say, I really enjoyed it, I connected, and the other one will be, wasn't for me, I just didn't feel anything from it, it felt a bit weak. And then the other one will be like, actually, I don't think it was weak, I thought it was really strong. So it's a great chemistry from us that we can have that kind of discussion, and hopefully people will pick up on that over time. But kind of in a roundabout way about the kind of vibe of being a reactor and how a reactor feels. I don't know how many other reactors out there watch these sort of things, and if you are a reactor and you're watching this, I'd love to know in the comments how you feel about it, because it's you do sometimes feel, should you bother to being honest in your reactions? Would it be just a lot easier just to play the game, play up to the camera to get some sensationalism views, put some funny thumbnails on there like wow, and just do that and hope that you're actually going to grow your channel that way? Or do you stick with your integrity and be 100% honest, 100% integral, and stick to your guns and do what you believe is completely right, which is what I've done for 3 years. And I won't give up. I will continue to do this because I believe there is merit in doing so. But I would love to know what people think in the comments down below of the different things I've mentioned here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.